You know, I would definitely have to venture to guess there's nobody, I'm going to say nobody in the great United States of America that has logged as many hours with a particular bait that I have with the chatterbait here in the last couple of years. And I'm not saying that to brag wise, because it's just a bait that I have on my deck 24/7, 365 days out of the year. It will catch fish. And a lot of you guys realize that, you know, I was with B.A.S.S for 20 plus years and went over to Major League Fishing, and the deal with Major League Fishing was that if you weren't catching them, I can promise you, you're going down. You know, you're not going to make the cuts, you're not going to make the championship rounds, you dang sure not going to win an event. And I had to do some adjusting. I had to figure out, you know, what is a bait that I can keep in my hands and pretty basically throw it all day long and catch fish, catch scoreable fish. You know, we had the 1 pound increment, and then we went to the 2 pounds. Sometimes we're at 3 on the heavy hitters. And I found out that a chatterbait, and you can look, I don't care what tournament circuit there is in the country. If you look and you do the research enough, you look at the top 10 guys, I promise you, a chatterbait has played a big role in their success during those tournaments. Whether if it's a 1 day, a 3 day, a 4 day, whatever it is, it has played a big role in those guys' finishes. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, if that's working for everybody else, you might want to put one in your hand, and you might want to log some hours in it. You might want to figure out, hey, what's the little things that I can do with a bait, with these baits, that will get me bit throughout the course of the day. And I want to tell you guys, you know, we have what we call the heavy hitters. This is not just a numbers bait. We have what we call the heavy hitters. The heavy hitters is a tournament that represents the best 7 fish that you catch throughout the course of the year. You get credited for 1 big fish at every event. Somewhere between 5 and 6 fish, my fish that goes towards the heavy hitters has came off of a chatterbait. More than likely it probably came off the jackhammer, because that's just the one that I keep in my hands most of the time. But today I want to talk a little bit about the jackhammer, because everybody knows about the jackhammer. But the key is there are some other baits in this category that I use, and I use a lot, and I'm hoping that I can teach you guys a little bit something about those that you can carry on to the next level. We're going to go to the slide right here, and these are what I call the stars of the show, without a doubt. You got the jackhammer, which is on the left-hand side there. Number 2 is a bait that we call the Mini Max. The Mini Max is just a little smaller, compact version of it. Number 3, I think number 3 should be the Big Blade. The Big Blade is one of those baits that I'll talk about a little bit later on that this time of the year is like a star, without a doubt. The Stealth Blade. The Stealth Blade probably gets the least amount of exposure from the entire family. But I'm going to tell you guys, it does play, and it plays a big role in my fishing, especially on heavily pressured lakes. This time of year when you need to slow down, something that it's just a non-aggressive bait, but you still get that chatterbait action. And then the little willow vibe down here on the bottom, without a doubt, if you don't have one tied on in the fall time of the year, in the winter time of the year, you're missing out in a big, big way. Alton and I had a big conversation about it. I probably shouldn't have let the cat out of the box, but I figured he was going to be around here listening anyway, so I'll just spill my beans, so to speak. But those are the players. Those are the ones that I promise you, I have these 3 rods. They will be on my deck every day that I go fishing. And they will be on my deck if I'm out crappie fishing. I promise you, these 3 rods right here will end up on my deck, because I hate crappie fishing.